despite an overall doomed consensus for the planet if things don't change. Ira Leifer, an atmospheric and marine scientist at the University of California, Santa Barbara, is convinced that there is a moral obligation never to give up, and that the path to global destruction could be altered. In the short term, if you can make it in the economic interests of people to do the right thing, it'll happen very fast. We are gambling at an unfortunate climate casino. The chances are high, and we are playing a dangerous game. He offers an analogy when it comes to whether humanity will be willing to act to mitigate the effects of climate change. People do all sorts of things to lower the risk of cancer, not because you are guaranteed not to get it, but because you do what you can and take out the health protections and insurance you need in order to try and lower your risk of getting it. The signs of a worsening climate crisis are all around us, whether we allow ourselves to see them or not. Certainly, the scientific community gets it, as do countless communities around the globe where the effects of climate change are already being experienced in striking ways and local preparations for climactic disasters are underway. This includes increasingly powerful floods where evacuations from low-lying South Pacific islands have already begun, droughts that make the land unusable for any sort of agriculture, storms that destroy habitats as well as communities, as well as wildfires and increasing heat waves that release more emissions into the atmosphere. People in these areas, out of necessity, are starting to try and teach their children how to adapt and live in what we are causing our world to become. My niece and nephews are doing something similar. They are growing vegetables in a backyard garden, and their 8 chickens provide more than enough eggs for the family. Their parents are intent on teaching them how to be even more self-sustaining, but none of these heartfelt actions can mitigate what is already underway when it comes to the global climate. I am 23 years old, and I wonder how my generation will survive the impending climate crisis. What will happen to our world if the summer Arctic waters are indeed ice-free only a few years from now? What will my life look like if I live to experience 3.5 Celsius global temperature increase? And above all, I wonder how coming generations will survive.